By now, everyone and their grandma has already played the new Outdoors update, but there are still a lot of people who did not beat it yet. So in this video, I'll be going over how to easily beat the Outdoors update and how to survive all of the entities. You can enter the Outdoors via the lobby or after August 25th, I think. You can enter them at door 90-ish of the hotel. Quick note, you will need to use a skeleton key, otherwise you're very much screwed. Once you have entered the Outdoors, you need to find loads of shears, a lot of shears. There's always one here, guaranteed, in this locker at the start, and you should try to open as many chests as possible, so that you can get these little keys, and so that you can open these houses that you can locate in most of the graveyards on the map. And inside you have these little lotus flower things that you can craft later on into the Outdoors into a revive, so that's pretty useful for the last entity you will encounter. So now you have to know how to actually survive all of the new entities. So the first entity you will be seeing the most is the groundskeeper. Now he won't attack you unless you break his one and only rule, so don't, for the love of God, don't step on the grass. If you behave like a good boy, he won't do anything. Now, the Mandrake is pretty easy once you figure him out. So, what we will do is scream until you die of a heart attack. So, that's really fun. And just what you need to do is follow his tail, these little vine things, back to the hole where he came from, and just shove him in there. And he will be quiet. And yeah, but if you encounter him with the groundskeeper, you shouldn't do anything. You have to let him scream, and the groundskeeper will come to you, and he will absolutely body the Mandrake. So if you step on the grass of the groundskeeper, he will be very angry, and you need to walk on the grass to actually put the Mandrake back in his hole. So like, that's not an option. So yeah, just let the groundskeeper kill him. So moving on, our next entity is Surge. And Surge is some kind of a lightning storm. You have a lot of time to relax before he actually kills you, because there are a few signs that he will appear very soon. The first sign is that there will be a green lightning, and that can like happen 2 times, sometimes 1 time, and yeah, because of that you can be pretty much certain he'll come in like 20 seconds. So when you see green lightning, just head on over to a closet, head on over to a cabin, head on over to one of those houses in the graveyard, and just try to put you out of sight. So yeah, just try to be somewhere where you have something over your head, so, and where he can't go inside. So his last sign will be a very big thunderstorm that's going to be yellow, and you have like a very short amount of time in between that lightning storm and he actually spawning to go hide. So please look at the green lightning. It will be the best way to know when he will appear. So the next entity on our list is the monument, and oh my days, this guy is so annoying. He is pretty straightforward, but he is so annoying. So you have to try to locate like every monument in the room. Just try to remember where they all are. So when you turn around, I suggest you turn around a few times per room, so that you can like see if any of those monuments moved a bit, and like if they are on the path like completely where they shouldn't be, then you can be pretty certain it's an actual walking monument. You will encounter a lot of monuments, and like 90% are like they don't do anything. So that's the tricky part. So what you have to do is like turn around every few seconds to like try and keep him where he is, and try to gain a lot of distance on him, because when you will be like a certain amount of distance away from him, he won't come after you anymore. I don't know how it works. It's pretty hard to find out how it actually works with when he stops chasing you. So just try to figure it out on your own, with like finding the best way to look at him and look at the exit, look at him, look at the exit, that kind of stuff. So this is, I think, the most tricky entity in the whole outdoors. So yeah, that's going to be kind of shit, but I know that if you just be careful, concentrate, this will be a walk in the park. So our first scripted entity on this list is the Eye Stalk, which is basically just seek, but you don't have guiding light. So it's pretty hard to actually know which way you have to go at the crossroad. So just try and find some vitamins before the run. So if you mess up, you can still continue. Like if you mess up 1 or 2 times, it's, yeah, then it's over for you. But it's easier than in the hotel to actually see where you have to go, because there's like light, and where the wrong ways are always blocked off with like stone or vines. So this shouldn't be pretty hard. Maybe, no, actually it's not gonna be pretty hard. If you just shine a light, you'll probably see. Yeah, if you just buy a flashlight at the beginning of the run, you can easily just see which side you have to go, which way you have to go. So yeah, it's pretty easy actually. The outdoors is not really a hard subfloor. I think the back door is maybe even a little harder. I think that it's just from my perspective. Now, after the chase, you'll encounter Grampy. He's like related in some way to the groundskeeper, so and you can give him like 8 lotus flowers. No, not 8 lotus flowers, 8 lotus flower leaves. Those little leaves I said that you should collect in the beginning of the video. It's best that you use the lotus flower before you encounter the big bad of the great outdoors. The world lotus, aka bramble, aka the vines you can see literally everywhere in the outdoors. You can see them in the hotel, in the mines. They're everywhere. They're one entity. So bramble, this dude, is the same entity as Eye Stalk, just in another form. And bramble is also pretty easy. The light on his head will indicate if you can walk around him, if you can move around him, or if you can't. If his light is on, stay still. Like only when he is near you, of course. If his light is on and you're on the other side of the map, it doesn't matter. So when his light is on and you're near him, don't move. When his light is off and you're near him, just move. This is also a pretty easy part. Just you have to run around the map and try to find these 3 guillotine things, which you can use to cut off this really big vine. And when you cut all 3 parts, you just have to walk to the exit and let the cutscene play out. And now, thank you all for watching this video all the way to the end, and have an amazing day. Bye bye.